Hello, America. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Chris.
And we are representatives of Bright Enterprises, the world's premier candy manufacturing,
Costume manufacturing.
decoration manufacturing,
Adult scary toy manufacturing.
not that one,
Okay.
and we also manage 3 of the largest haunt cities on the planet, the Spook City chain. We're all in the midst of a pandemic, but it's October, the spookiest month of the year, so there's probably one question on your mind. Is Halloween canceled?
No!
But there are precautions that we have to take in this new pandemic world we find ourselves living in. That's why the higher-ups at Bright Industries have asked us to make this informative PSA on what you can and can't do this Halloween. Trick-or-treating is something that has been around since the dawn of Halloween, but we have never had something this serious threaten our candy sales before. So, how are kids going to safely trick-or-treat in a pandemic world? Well, let's look over our options. Option number 1. Just leave a bowl of candy out on your porch. Now, this option has some downsides, like, what if some greedy little fat kid comes up to your porch and takes all the candy from your bowl? Then there's none for any other kids in the neighborhood, and that's bad. Our second option, for safely distributing candy in a pandemic world, let's say you have a trash picker. You can use a trash picker to safely hand out individual pieces of candy to children. Option number 3 for candy distribution. Take some twine and spread it between your porch and a tree. Then attach a piece of candy to a clothespin or bull clip and zip it down the twine to the child at the end. It's flawless and leaves the child at the end very happy with a piece of candy. We can't wait to see what other methods of distributing candy you all come up with on Halloween night. Or, to hand out candy, you can wear a pandemic-appropriate costume, like a hazmat agent or a psychopath.
But no one wants to go through the hassle of buying all of that material. Instead, you could go as a dead body. This is so known as wearing a plastic bag over your head. It gives you a really cool effect.
The perfect cadaver. Now, we're going to move on to the second part of our safe trick-or-treating segment, unsanitary candy.
Blech.
We don't know where that candy has been, and neither do you. So, how can you trust that you are going to get safe, clean, sanitary candy? Who knows, some fat kid might have opened a candy bar, coughed on the candy bar, put the candy bar back in its wrapper, and then used a lighter to seal the packaging back up.
You will never know.
This is a very cruel Halloween prank that we see a lot of children performing this Halloween. So, we are going to teach you some very valuable steps to avoiding tampered with candy, such as
alcohol swabs, also known as disinfectant wipes.
hand these out along with your candy bars. So, you can disinfect the candy bar before you eat it.
Like here, rubbing the alcohol swab all over it kills 99.99. And now, it's a delicious alcohol-induced candy bar. So good! And after you sanitize all that candy, you can be the Oprah of your neighborhood by giving out as many of these as possible. See, if there's any disgusting little fiend in your neighborhood that just needs a little cleanness in their lives, just hand these out. Everything will be all better. You know how the coronavirus can hurt people? Just hand out these. Everyone will be fine. You'll never have to use any piece of candy vaccine. You'll just have all of these. All you'll have is candy. Candy. Candy, goddammit, I say it. Why are they taking candy? Why? Why? So back on the topic of getting ethically pranked, there's this new trend going around by putting aquarium rocks in little pieces of candy wrapper. Let me put you in the perspective of a dumb little fat kid.
Oh wow, look at this delicious looking hard candy.
Now you have to go to the rinse.
Oh no, the child is choking. Well, let's just say you're not up to any of those options because you're too scared of what might happen. We've been focus testing a brand new option.
Instead of going up to somebody that potentially has coronavirus, you can go onto Zoom, and then they will Venmo you candy. Venmo candy!
Sure thing, little inbred child. I'll send some candy.
This is a real thing, and we've been focus testing this thousands of people, and it's working like a charm. We've only had minor scares. For our next segment, I'm going to be going over the do's and don'ts when you are actually trick-or-treating.
1. While trick-or-treating, you should stay 6 feet apart on the sidewalk, as well as on the porch of a person's house when they're receiving candy.
Number 2, if there's a sign in front of someone's house saying, "Don't come up," maybe don't.
A lot of you out there have been asking over social media, is Scare City still happening? Well, you can see for yourself, it is happening, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Of course, when visiting Scare City, we do have our rules and regulations that you should follow if you want to have a fun and spooky day at our Scare City parks. 1. Always wear a mask. And remember, since this is a Halloween-themed establishment, you can wear a spooky mask if you'd like. Just make sure that you can't cough on anyone. 2. Remember to stay 6 feet apart when in a haunted house or scare maze. And 3. Our scare actors have been told not to get as up close and personal with guests. In fact, we are keeping jump scares at a 6-foot minimum. But don't worry, they'll be so terrifying that you won't notice the large gap of space between you and the monster.
And if you're getting a little too scared, all you have to do is lick your heels 3 times, and everything will be over.
Schedule this October to come visit Scare City. And if you don't get the chance to visit us in October,
it runs all the way through Christmas. And now, to wrap this all up,
we're going to say thank you and stay safe on Halloween 2020. We hope that you support our multiple endeavors this season, such as purchasing our costumes, our candy, and visiting Scare City, the one that's closest to you, and taking all of the precautions that we showed off in this video. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night and a happy Halloween.